Damas y caballeros, buenas tardes y bienvenidos a Barcelona, España, para el pesaje oficial de nuestro gran evento ese sábado en la noche. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Barcelona, Spain for the official weigh-in for our big event taking place here on Saturday night. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, and we're sponsored by Leone and JD Sports. Now, all the action will be televised and broadcast around the world in over 200 countries exclusively on DAZN. We've got a great night of fights here in Barcelona, 7 fights with 2 title fights. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and bring the fighters up to the stage so they can face the scale and face each other. Our first fight of the night, 8 rounds in the super featherweight division. Now making his way to the stage, his professional record, 39 wins, 7 defeats, 1 draw. He has 21 big wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Buenos Aires, Distrito Federal, Argentina. Here is the former WBO Latino super featherweight champion, El Mono, Vicente Rodriguez. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. His professional record thus far perfect, 12 fights, no losses. He has 1 draw, 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of London, England, here is Super Youssef Kamari. Now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, Vicente Rodriguez. 59.9 kilos, 59.9 kilos for Rodriguez. And now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, the undefeated Super Youssef Kamari. 60.6 for Kamari. Kamari versus Rodriguez, 8-round super featherweights here in Barcelona, Spain. Damas y caballeros, el siguiente combate de la tarde, our next fight of the afternoon that we're going to weigh in, 6 rounds in the welterweight division. Now making his way to the stage, 1 win against 1 defeat. That 1 win came by way of knockout. He fights out of Romania. Please welcome the professor, Dumitru Vico. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. His young professional record thus far perfect. 1 fight, 1 victory, and that victory came by way of knockout. Originally from Alnwick, Northumberland, and now living, training, and fighting out of Newcastle, England. Here is the former Team GB standout, Cyrus Pattinson. Now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, Dimitru Vichol. 68.9 for Vichol, 68.9 kilos. And now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, Cyrus Pattinson. $68.5 kilos, 68.5 kilos for Cyrus Pattinson. Pattinson v. Vichol, 6 rounds, welterweight, Saturday night, Barcelona, Spain. Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening, 8 rounds in the super featherweight division. And now making his way to the stage, his professional record, 21 victories, 10 defeats. He has 1 draw and 12 wins coming by way of knockout. De Monterrey, Colombia, please welcome Anwar Salas. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. He is undefeated in his campaign as a professional with a record of 12 wins, no defeats, 1 draw. He has 5 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of right here in Barcelona, Spain. Here is the reigning and undefeated Spanish featherweight champion, Cristobal Anonymous Lorente. Y pues, to the scale now, Anwar Salas. $58 bang on, 58 kilos bang on for Salas. 58 kilogramos, and now to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cristobal Anonymous Lorente. $58.4 kilos for Lorente, 58.4 kilos. Lorente v. Salas, 8 rounds, super featherweights. Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest, 8 rounds in the featherweight division. And now making his way to the stage, his professional record, 14 wins. He has 9 defeats, 13 of his 14 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of San Pedro Sula, Honduras. Please welcome Jairo Cadejo Duran. Vall, his opponent, 41 victories, 10 defeats, 2 draws, 29 big wins coming by way of knockout. Él representa Elche, Comunidad Valenciana, España. Here is the former IBF Super Bantamweight Champion of the World, Kiko Martínez. And now to the scale, Jairo Duran. $58.4 kilos for Cadejo, Jairo Duran. And now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kiko Martínez. $58.1 kilos for Kiko Martínez. 58.1 kilos. Martínez v. Duran, 8 rounds, featherweight, Saturday night, Barcelona, Spain. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now set to go with the chief support of the evening for Saturday night. It'll be 10 rounds of boxing scheduled for the European Super Bantamweight Championship. And it'll be sanctioned under the auspices of the European Boxing Union, the president, Mr. Bob Logist, and the supervisor from Monaco, Senor Laurent Pouin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, making her way to the stage, please welcome the challenger. She is undefeated in her campaign as a professional with a record of 4 wins, no defeats, and 1 draw. She is the former kickboxing world champion fighting out of Haywood, Manchester, England. Here is the real baby-faced assassin, Amy Timlin. And now to the stage, the defending European champion. Her professional record, 6 wins against 2 defeats. She has 1 win coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Murcia, España, here is the reigning and defending European super bantamweight champion, Mary Maribicho Romero. And now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, Amy Timlin. $54.6 kilos for the challenger, Amy Timlin. 54.6 kilos. And now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, the defending champion, Maribicho Mary Romero. Bang on, 54 kilos for the defending champion, Mary Romero. Mary Romero, Amy Timlin, 10 rounds for the European Super Bantamweight Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set to weigh in the main event of the evening here in Barcelona, Spain for Saturday night. It'll be 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the vacant European Super Welterweight Championship. And now making his way to the stage, he is undefeated in his campaign as a professional with a record of 20 wins, no defeats, 1 draw, and 6 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Cannes, France. Here is the undefeated former European Union Super Welterweight Champion, Dylan Butterfly D. Charrat. And his opponent now making his way to the stage, his professional record, 32 victories, only 2 defeats. He has 25 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former Spanish, European, and WBA International Welterweight Champion, presentando el orgullo de Bilbao, País Vasco, España. Kerman Lejarraga de Morga Lejarraga. And now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, Butterfly D. Here is Dylan Charrat. 69.6 kilos. 69.6 kilos for Butterfly D, Dylan Charrat. Y pues now el Rover de Morga. Here he is, Kerman Lejarraga. $69.6 kilos, 69.6 kilos for Kerman Lejarraga. Campeonato de Europeo, superwélter. Lejarraga v. Charrat, 12 rounds for the vacant European Super Welterweight Championship. Main event Saturday night here in Barcelona, Spain. Matchroom Boxing and DAZN.